Hi everyone, I am live after a very long time, and I hope a few people will be able to join in today. Let's see who else is here. So, I've enabled the chat for subscribers. If you are a subscriber here, you can go ahead and put your comment in the chat. All right, this is our live stream happening after a very long time, and today we are going to talk about mostly stuff related to AI because in whatever sessions I have conducted, I have noted a lot of people, irrespective of the topic of the session, they finally land on that question about AI, its impact, whether the hype is real or not, whether people who think that AI is going to take their jobs and all of those things which are in the market is how much of that is true, right? So I think last Saturday when I had a group session with my community members who are part of the 1 year program, they were having different opinions about how in their company AI is being either used or not used. So there were different and mixed opinions in the room. So I thought, okay, why not schedule a live with all of you and talk about that? So I can see the comments are on now, and I can see 20 people already here. So we will start today's session. This will be probably a 30-minute session. If you are live here, great to meet you. Whoever is here, Anmol is here. Then Technical Bate is here. Ramya Shri is here. All right. So I will talk about all of that. And I'll first of all, I'll give you my email ID in case you want to have a look at it. Okay, so this is my email. If you want to write to me later on, you can write on that. All right, so coming to today's topic is going to be mostly, like I said, about AI. And I want to talk about specifically, first of all, the fact that AI adoption is increasing day by day. So in some companies it is slow, in some companies it is fast, but most companies are going in the direction of AI first. Okay, so companies want to first see if the job can be done by a software. Okay, let's not talk about AI, let's talk about software as such. So even before they hire people, they are now looking at whether a software or a automation can do the job. If not, then they're going for hiring people. Okay, so that's a mindset of most companies. I'm not saying all companies. And then within the companies also, they are trying to see how more and more adoption of automation and AI tools can be done. For example, a lot of companies are already implementing your co-pilots, right, to write code. So there are, let's say, for example, targets given that at least 20% of the code should be written by AI, or you should adopt AI tools to get 20% of the work done. Things like that. Okay. So different companies are operating at different levels. There are few companies where still they are using legacy tools, legacy technologies, and the adoption of AI related stuff is happening slow. Okay. But it is happening. Now, the other side, which is actually the business impact, when companies start to adopt these tools, they have to also showcase what happened because of this, right? So one is the productivity improvement, right? So let's say if one person was able to do X work, then after using the tools, probably the same person will be able to do 1.5x work. Okay, just an example. Or for example, if five people were able to do or get a certain job done, then you don't need five, you probably need two. So things like that. That is one. Second is companies also need to think about where exactly will these technologies be used to increase their revenue. Revenue means how will they expand their business, how their products or services or solutions can be powered by AI so that it helps them in the business growth, okay, or improve their profit margins. So all of this is basically right now under a lot of churn. Okay, so there is no guaranteed success mentioned anywhere that this is the kind of success we will get. but there is a clear charter. Most companies are going in this direction, that they have to show business growth, they have to show margin improvement and all of that. Okay, so we cannot ignore AI. Moral of the story, we cannot ignore this huge shift which is happening. Should we be worried? I don't think we should be so much worried, because the change happens slowly. But we are in a phase since last 2 years already. Okay, so you can imagine, when was the Chat GPT announcement done? I think somewhere in November, December 2022. That's when Chat GPT came and became mainstream. And now we are in 2025. Okay, so it's almost 3 years. Okay, 2 to 3 years have gone. So the time is flying, right? So if you are still working in a legacy world, if you're still working in a environment where there is a lot of legacy tools and technologies being used, then you may feel left out. Okay, so please don't ignore this technology shift. That's the takeaway that I want to give you. Now, uh, next few things which I want to talk about are mostly related to what is the latest happening in the big companies with respect to AI, what kind of tools are available, and what kind of tools should you try. Okay, some of them may be free, some of them may be paid. Okay, so this is for all working professionals who want to stay ahead in their careers. We also run, by the way, a newsletter which I keep sending in my YouTube community posts. Okay, there is a newsletter that we run. You can subscribe to that. That is not a free one, by the way. It's very nominal cost, but if you want, you can subscribe to that. Now, coming back to this, so how do you stay ahead in your careers and understand how AI can give you the real edge? Okay, so in the next few minutes, we will explore some of the useful AI tools, some of the free or low cost learning resources, opportunities for you to really learn what is in demand. Okay, and what is basically in headlines, right? So right now, AI is not just a buzzword. It is basically a career multiplier, if you have to think of that, right? Whether you are in tech role, whether you are in finance, whether you are in operations, whether you are in marketing, whether you are in HR, whether you are a business analyst, scrum master, a project manager, analyst, coder, tester, or even in leadership, right? Everyone needs to know this change, and everyone needs to understand how it is going to impact them. Okay, so AI tools can help you at this moment save a lot of effort with respect to learning, with respect to the hard manual work, right? So it helps you save hours of work, it helps you make better business decisions or better career decisions, and it also can help you become more visible at your work. Okay, so in this particular live, we will start with looking at some of the latest news which is happening. Okay, in the market, what is the latest news which you should be aware of? Number two, we will go through some AI tools, popular AI tools. Okay, and then we will talk about some free learning resources. Okay, so that you can some hint and start to learn from there. And finally, we will try to take some questions. While I can't guarantee that because it is already late that I started, but you can put your questions in the chat. I can also come back to you later on those questions. Okay, so topic number one, what is the latest AI news right now? Okay, so the top two companies that you need to follow. Okay, this is very simple and basic, but if you're not doing it, please do it. The top two companies that you need to follow today are Nvidia and OpenAI. Okay, so you should follow these companies in the sense you should regularly look at their company websites, you should look at their LinkedIn pages, LinkedIn handles, Twitter pages, Twitter accounts, and follow them. What are they doing? What kind of announcements are they making? Nvidia and OpenAI. Okay, now the latest news is that Nvidia has unveiled its new AI chip. Okay, it is called Rubin CPX, and it is designed to combine video decoding, encoding, and AI inference in one powerful package. Okay, It is expected to hit production by late 2026. Okay, and it is aimed at making AI powered video and software generation even faster. So that's the purpose. Okay, so this is the latest news coming from Nvidia. Now let's go and talk about what's happening with OpenAI. OpenAI has officially announced, okay, that it is building its first in-house AI chip in collaboration with Broadcom. Okay, the goal is to reduce dependency on NVIDIA GPUs. The chip is expected to be ready by 2026. All right, and it will be used internally to run OpenAI's models. Okay, now this is the latest news which I'm sharing with you. There is one more news which I heard yesterday, which is I think OpenAI is coming up with its own job search platform. Okay, so now that once that happens in 2026, once OpenAI comes up with their own job search platform, it will be a tough competition to LinkedIn. Okay, so please be aware of that. And on the global angle, if you talk about UAE has just released K2 Think. Okay, it is a 32 billion parameter open source reasoning model. K2 Think. Okay, that rival systems like from OpenAI and DeepSeek. Uh, it's a competitor to them. Okay, but it runs efficiently on the hardware as far as I know. Okay, so this is a big step towards democratizing advanced AI reasoning. Okay, now these stories, the three which I shared with you, Nvidia, OpenAI, and what is happening in UAE K2 Think, these stories show us how fast the AI world is moving. Okay, whether it is hardware models and national AI initiatives. Okay, all of them are actually accelerating. Okay, so we need to be aware of what is happening, and that's why I'm saying follow the right Twitter handles, follow their LinkedIn pages, and regularly visit their websites. Okay, so that's one takeaway which I want to share with you. Nvidia and OpenAI specifically, other companies are also doing so, but these are the top two that you need to follow. Then let's talk about what are the top tools that most people like you and me should use. Okay, so most people I know use Chat GPT, right? So Chat GPT or Gemini or Claude, okay, all these are very good tools. You should at least use one of them on a day-to-day basis. So I can tell you there is nothing that I do today which is not having involvement of these tools. Okay, whether it is my video creation, whether it is my LinkedIn post, whether it is my articles, blogs. So basically, all content creation, right? Chat GPT, Claude, and Gemini, one of them has to be used because these are like your AI assistants. Okay, for writing, summarizing, brainstorming, and even sometimes decision support. So if you give them the scenario, they can help you take decisions. Okay, so use these tools. Now, one more tool which is very popular is Perplexity AI, and I'm sure a lot of you are already aware of this. It is basically a conversational AI search engine. Okay, Perplexity AI that pulls real-time information with citations. Okay, so if you are into, let's say, research work, if you are going to do heavy research work, then using Perplexity AI as a search engine will really save you a lot of time, and it will give you real time information with citations like where it is coming from. Okay, so use these tools, and specifically if you are working in a corporate setup, then use it with a lot of caution, because sometimes companies don't allow these public tools to be used for their official work or their clients work, right? Because of information security, data security, and all of those things, so companies don't allow. So be very careful about it and use it with caution. Okay, before I go and you know share more tools, give me a moment. All right. So the next set of tools which I want to share with you are basically again for content creation primarily. One of them is Jasper, another is Writer, and the third one is Any Word. Okay. If you are in marketing, these are excellent tools for writing copy. Okay, copywriting for marketing. Okay, these are excellent tools for writing blogs. These are excellent tools for writing email campaigns. Okay, Jasper, Writer, and Any Word. Okay, these are the tools. Then if you want to do image generation, then there are tools like Midjourney, Ideogram, and of course GPT-4o. So these are the tools that you can use for image generation, where you can create posters, where you can create thumbnails, or you can create visuals for the product launches that you want to do. Okay, so that's Midjourney, Ideogram, and GPT-4o. Now let's move to video creation. For video creation, you can use Synthesia, you can use Opus Clip, or you can use Google VO3. Okay, these are the tools which have a lot of AI editing power, if I have to use those words, right? So for video creation, editing, Synthesia, Opus Clip, and Google VO3. These are the tools, right? Now let's move to coding. Like I said, be very cautious about this. Don't use it without your company's permission. Okay, but if you want to use it outside for your own personal purpose, you can use these coding and automation platforms. All right, what are these? Number one is Open AI Codex. Okay, I will repeat. Please note it down if you are writing somewhere. Open AI Codex. It is a natural language to code converter. So you give something in the natural language, it will convert it into code. Okay. It is great for writing functions. It is great for writing pseudocode. All right. Then you have next is, so this was OpenAI Codex. Next is N8N. Okay, the tool is N8N, or the other tool is Manus, Manus. These are good tools for workflow automation. Okay, and if you are into, let's say, AI agent kind of orchestration platforms, if you want to do that, then you can use these tools. All right. Now let's move to the next set of tools which I want to share is Fathom and Nyota. Okay, Fathom, Fathom, and the next one is Nyota, Nyota. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's how I think it is. These are basically meeting assistants, okay, that generate concise summary of your meeting, and they also produce some good action items out of that entire meeting. Okay. By the way, MS Teams can do this. If you're using WebEx can do this. Zoom can do this. Now these days, you don't need somebody to take notes, right? Everything can be done through AI assistants, right? Now let's move on to some specialized tools and multi-modal platforms. Okay, so there is this tool called Lumio AI. Okay, it lets you compare output from different tools. So let's say you have Chat GPT, you have Claude, you have Gemini, and other tools in one place. So it lets you compare the outputs. Okay, its name is Lumio AI. Then you have Manus AI Broad Research. Okay, it can run 100 plus agents simultaneously for research. Name is Manus AI Broad Research. Okay, it runs 100 plus agents simultaneously for research, scraping, analysis, and reporting. Okay, all of them. All right, I hope you are taking notes. Let me take a pause, and then we will move to free learning resources. Okay. All right. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about free learning resources. What are the free learning resources that you should be seriously looking at? Okay. First of all, everyone, irrespective of your background, whether you are coming from a technical background or you're coming from a business background, project management, scrum master, whatever is your background, fundamental level of understanding of what is AI, okay, fundamental level understanding of the different branches of AI, and then picking one of them. That level of fundamental understanding everyone should have. Okay, so that's like literacy these days, especially if you're in the software or IT space. Okay, so with that in mind, I am going to share some free learning resources for you. Number one is Open AI Academy. Okay, Open AI Academy is something which you should definitely look at. The reason being, like I said, in 2026 or maybe by the end of 2025, OpenAI is going to come up with their own job search platform. Okay, and when they do that, they will integrate this learning academy and the job search into one. Okay, so what does the Learning Academy offer right now? It offers self-paced courses on ChatGPT and the real-world AI applications. Okay, and it is free as far as I know. Then the next one is NVIDIA training. Okay, NVIDIA training offers free courses on accelerated computing, deep learning, and generative AI. Many of these courses are actually beginner friendly, and it will probably take you 1 or 2 days to finish that, right? So let's say you are working in morning 9 to 6 or 9 to 7 8 in the evening. If you go home and log in late into the night and maybe 30-35 minutes do these courses, you will stay ahead of your competitors. You will know more than what your peers will know, and then you can go and speak in meetings, you can go and speak in forums, etc. So that is how you kind of learn, by putting some extra effort. Okay, first one OpenAI Academy, second one NVIDIA training, third one is Google AI for trying Gemini models. Gemini, okay, if I have to pronounce it right. So Gemini models you can try. It has a free playground. You can use it for building apps, okay, and testing multimodal capabilities. All of this you can do in Google AI Studio. All right, please note it down. One I said OpenAI Academy, second NVIDIA training, third Google AI Studio. I'm sure a lot of you watching this are already aware of this, but few of you may not be aware of this. All right, I can put all of this in this video description, right? So after this live is over, I can put all of this thing into the description of the video. Okay, so you can go through this. All right, so now let me talk about what you can do. Okay, so if I have to put it in simple words, if it sounds overwhelming to you that, oh, this is a lot to do, then I think you should break it down into three parts. First part is awareness. Okay, you should become aware of what is happening. So like if you're attending this session, I've told you tools and I've told you some news items and stuff like that. So likewise, there are a lot of good blogs, there are a lot of good newsletters that people run. You can join those. Some of them are free, some of them are low cost. You can join them and then you can take benefit of it. You will be aware of it. Okay, so the first step is awareness of what is happening. Okay, second is experimentation. Once you learn few basic things, once you are aware, then you need to experiment. Okay, you need to use these tools. For example, use chat gpt for summarizing emails or generating ideas. Okay, so use one tool at least daily for 1 week and then track whether that tool was helpful for you. Did it add to your thinking or did it help you do work faster? One of these. or maybe some other benefits, right? So track that. So first step, become aware. Second step, experiment. Third step is integration. Okay, if you are into a tech job, then think about how can you automate some of the manual processes that you are doing at your work using some of these tools. Don't do it at your workplace without proper approval, but think about it at least and give ideas to your bosses or managers. Okay, so that will show to your leaders or managers that you are not just an executor, you're also thinking about how to integrate AI related tools in your day to day work. Okay, and how then you can help the entire team to do more automations, right? So that's that. Now, having said that, I want to leave you with some action items. Okay, I want you to at least subscribe for free courses from OpenAI and NVIDIA. Okay, I want you to at least use one of these tools that we talked about, either chat gpt. I'm hoping everybody is using it, but if not, then use some of the other tools that we talked about, mid journey or maybe synthesia if you're into video content creation, or maybe use OpenAI codex or manos or any of these tools, right? Use them. Perplexity AI. So use them at least once. Okay, and stay focused. Okay, don't lose your focus. Don't think that this is just a hype or a wave which will just pass by and will not impact you. All right, so that was what I wanted to cover. Now let me quickly check what is happening in the chat. Okay, and check if there are any questions. Okay, so I have changed the comments to members only so that people don't spam it. Now let me check what is happening. So who else is here? So we have Anmol, we have Technical Bate, we have Ramya Shri, we have Manoj, we have Akarsh, we have Anand Mishra, we have RA, we have Khan, IRS, we have Surendra, we have Rishi. Okay. Then we have Sudhanshu, we have Ram, we have Takshak, Uday Kiran, Takshak, Anirban. Okay, and Gyanish. All right, let me check your questions. So, is government job better nowadays? Government job was better earlier, it is better now, it will be always better. I mean, that's my personal opinion, but people's opinions may keep changing. Government jobs are something which give you a lot of stability in my understanding, but every side, whether it is private or government, it comes with pros and cons. Like in government job, you can get transferred even to the remote villages, right? That's one disadvantage, but otherwise I think there are a lot of pros of having a government job. So that's my opinion. Different people have different opinions on this. Okay. Ramya Shri, your question about what programs you offer. I offer a lot of programs. One of them is a group program which runs for 1 year. More than 221 people are part of it. If you want to know more, you can just drop me an email. I've given my email ID already in the chat. And then I offer one-on-one programs. I also run a newsletter, which is mostly AI related. It's like 499 rupees for entire year, where you get 52 issues. So that's what I do. And then I also run our LinkedIn program in collaboration with retail industry leader Vivek Khandilwal. So that's what I do. All right. Next question. Manoj Kumar says, how to enter software with 3 years gap? Okay. So Manoj, it is difficult. I will not say impossible, but it is difficult to enter software industry after a gap. I think the best way is to find out some institute where they have placement assistance. Again, a lot of institutes are fake, so you will have to be really cautious about it. If you find somebody who has already done some course or some program from some institute which gives you placement assistance, then that referral, or somebody who can vouch that, oh, this is the right place, then that's the only way that I can think of. Doing some course may help you in the learning, but to get a break, you need a placement assistance, in my view. Okay. Now, with that, let me move to the next question, which is from Akarsh Sharma. I studied from tier 2 college, securing product management role without IIAM is getting too tough. What is your thought on that? Okay, so I don't know, Akarsh, what is your total experience? You said you studied from a tier 2 college, which I understood, but what is your experience from college until now? How many years of experience? What were you doing till now? And then getting into product management role from what you were doing till now, we'll have to create a kind of a roadmap, right? So product management, just for information for everyone, product management is not just one skill. Okay, product management is a combination of different skills, because you are like the owner of the product end to end. So from ideation to go live or product launch, right? Sometimes even after that. So that entire thing is owned by the product manager. So it is not a one skill. So depending on what you have done after college, what kind of experience you have gained, you will have to create a path of moving into product management. And like I said, it is a multi-skilled role. So you will have to see what kind of skills you already have, what kind of experience you already have, and then transition from that particular skill set into this skill set will be a journey. Okay, so I don't know those details, so I'm not able to share that, but you get the point. If you want to know more, drop me an email with your resume and I can try to help. All right. Anand Mishra says, should I leave my UI developer job and start restaurant business by looking forward this AI? Okay. So Anand, I don't know how good are you at your UI developer job. If you are really a very good UI developer, then you don't need to worry, right? All these things, different tools, different technologies, all those things will keep coming. Um, every 5 to 10 years there is a different wave which comes, things get disrupted. This time it is a little bigger, but should you get worried? I don't know that answer, because I don't know how good are you at your UI job. If you are a really good UI developer, okay, then you will probably learn more tools and become even better at it. So at the end of the day, what will happen at worst is the companies will need lesser UI developers. So instead of five, they'll probably need two or one. So if you're really good at it, they'll probably retain you, right? Now, whether you want to start a restaurant business is a very different discussion and a very different question. It's a good idea, by the way, but whether you should leave your job and do that, I don't know. I think you should do it in parallel, maybe in partnership with somebody. It can grow, right? I don't know much about that business, but yeah, all the best to you. All right. Next question from RA. After 15 years of IT tech experience, can we switch to Scrum Master, etc.? Yes, you can. Why not? You can. The only thing is you will have to learn what that Scrum Master role is, which is basically managing a scrum just like a project manager, in simple words. So a scrum master role requires certain experience, certain skill set, and if you're coming from a tech background, you will have to learn those things, and then you will need to hunt for an opportunity to perform that role. Okay, so if you're able to do that, why can't you switch? You can definitely switch. Okay, but I don't know the motivation behind it. But my view is it is possible. But is it possible overnight? No. It requires learning, it requires training, it requires the time that you will need to get that opportunity. Okay. So that was your answer, RA. Next question is from Khan ARS. What you are saying is exactly what I'm experiencing nowadays in my current job. There is a pressure to start using Copilot. Yes, Mr. Khan, and do manual work using Copilot only. Yes, thank you for confirming that. All right. Next question, Rishi Kumar. What is your suggestion on SAP domain on AI? How can we stay updated? Okay, SAP. Sorry, I am not an expert on that. But Rishi, what I would suggest is you should use ChatGPT or any tool to find this. Okay, or maybe use Copilot, right? Put something like this. Put a prompt like, I am a SAP professional with so many years of experience in SAP domain. Now, can you tell me what is the impact of AI on SAP jobs in my domain in the next few years, and what should I do? Put that in the chat GPT, you will get your answer, Rishi. Take it with a pinch of salt. Not everything that chat GPT gives you is valid, but it's a good reference point, because I don't know about SAP, so I can't comment on it, but I just told you what you should do. All right, technical baate, is government job better? I already answered it. Which tools are you talking about? I spoke about Sudhanshu. I spoke about a lot of tools. I hope you got it. Then the next question is, hi, Ram says, hi, how are you? I'm good, Ram. Thank you. I have 9 years of experience in QA field. What can I scale up in QA field and automation? Shall I switch to product manager? Okay, first of all, QA is, if you are in manual QA, it is getting impacted, okay, because of all these automations and AI. Manual QA roles are decreasing day by day. So yes, you should shift or move into something else. If you want to move into automation testing, you can do that. If you want to switch into business analysis and then into product ownership, product management, you can do that. Okay, but again, all these things are going to take time. All right, but QA, manual QA is definitely not a good idea. Uday Kiran Patnaik, hi Anand, I've seen many of your videos for people nearing 40s as to how they can survive in uncertain times. But my question is, how can we be constantly in leadership group visibility? Okay. So, Uday, I think I've written a detailed blog on this topic. Okay. I will give you my blog in this, because it's a lengthy topic. It will take a lot of time. I'll give you this here. So it's called careertalkblog.com. Okay. On this, I've published around 50, 60 articles on variety of topics. I think I should have answered this question over there. If not, I will do that. So please follow this blog and I will answer that question over there, Uday, because it's a long answer. Okay. Next one is Anirban Datta. Sir, I have less than 60% in 12th. Will I get any job at IT field right now? I'm at a final semester. 12 percentage. Okay, so some companies have this policy of looking at percentages and grades right from 10th, 12th to your engineering. So they don't allow people who have less than the threshold. But I don't think you need to worry about that, because a lot of companies allow, right? So few companies have that strict process, but a lot of companies allow irrespective of your percentage. So Anirban Datta, if you are really good at what you do, then the percentage will matter in few companies, but in few companies it will not matter. So don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Gyanish says, can IT jobs survive in 2050? I don't know, Gyanish. 2050 is a long shot, man. All right. Now going to RA's question. Your thoughts about Linux, Windows Server, admin, master data management, any direct disruption uh, on this cause of AI? Okay, interesting question. Now, server administration and master data management. I think you've asked two things. All right. So here is what I think. So um, let's break it down into two parts. Okay. One is MDM, which is master data management, and one is Linux server admin part. Right. So the current state is that server admins manage all the OS level task, okay, which is provisioning, patching, security, and backups, monitoring, and all of that. So now we have already seen that with cloud adoption, which is your AWS, Azure, and GCP, this is already automated much of this, okay, because of the automations like Azure automation, CloudWatch, EC2 systems manager, and all of that. There are tools like Ansible, Puppet, okay, Chef, Terraform, and all of that. They've further reduced the manual server management, and you know it better, right? So now what is the impact of AI? So AI powered operations, which is AI ops. Okay, there are platforms where, um, let's say, ServiceNow AI ops, okay, or Splunk or Dynatrace and all of that, where they can proactively detect anomalies. Okay, they can automatically remediate issues and predict failures even before they occur. Okay, so that is something which will happen after the AI adoption. Then there are tools like GitHub Copilot for CLI, or Open AI's GPT. Okay, they can generate scripts for troubleshooting. Okay, so firewall config troubleshooting, or even performance tuning. All of these are getting done with the help of AI assistants, right? So again, there are going to be reduction in the manual tickets. Okay, so many of the L1, L2 type of support tickets like restart service, patching, scheduling, all of these will get auto executed by runbook, which will be mostly AI based monitoring. Okay, so long story short, server admin roles, okay, are shifting now from hands on maintenance to automation plus orchestration plus security oversight. So future admins will spend less time doing manual OS tasks, okay, and they'll spend more time designing a policy-driven AI supervised infrastructure. So that's the shift. So if you are in this space, you should upskill in cloud first of all, okay, or maybe in Terraform, depending on what is your niche, right? So AI ops tools is something that you should learn, because that is where the demand is going to grow. So that is what I feel about the server part, right? Now coming to MDM, master data management. So the current state in my view is that MDM ensures single source of truth for data across ERP, CRM, SCM, etc. Right? So it requires governance policies, data cleansing, deduplication, enrichment, stewardship, etc. So AI impact will be there because of automated data matching and cleansing. So AI models are improving uh, the entity resolution. For example, deduplication, fuzzy matching, okay, a golden record creation, all of that. That is all getting done by automations. Then there will be anomaly detection with the help of ML. Okay, so identifying outliers in the master data. Okay, example, duplicate customers, suspicious supplier records, and all of that will be done with the help of ML based anomaly detectors. Okay, and then there will be natural language query. LLMs will enable non technical users to query a database in plain English, right? And there will be much more. So, in my view, AI will be an enabler. Okay, here in this MDM space, MDM will still need human oversight for governance, compliance, domain expertise, but number of roles may reduce. Okay, and the people who are expert in governance and compliance and domain will probably still stay relevant, and AI will make data stewardship faster and more proactive. So MDM experts will stay. Okay, possibly they will even grow, because they will use AI tools and systems to clean and protect and kind of make sure that the data is reliable. So that's my view. All right, on that topic. Okay, so with that, I hope that was helpful for you, RA, in the comments. With that, I think we have taken all the questions which were there. I think 36 people are still here. I'm just going to put all the links and my contact credentials here. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on email. This is my email. Okay. Uh, this is my website. Okay, this is my free blog. Okay, thank you, RA, for your acknowledgement. What else? And there is this group program on which we kind of give discounts from time to time. I'll paste all the links. Okay, if you guys are interested, I'm just going to paste all the links. This is one-on-one, and then there is this 1 year program. Okay, but for the 1 year program, there will be a discount code. But I don't want you to spend money without asking me. So while I've given all the links over here, just drop me an email if you are interested in any of these things, and then I'll be happy to talk to you. And just don't buy on. I don't want to sell anything. Okay, I just shared information because some people were interested earlier. All right, with that, we are going to end the live stream. Thank you very much. And if you think this was useful, very happy to do this again whenever the time permits. Do join the session whenever you can and stay in touch. All right, and share this live with your friends and family, and hit the hype button. If you see somewhere there's a hype button and like button, hit those buttons. There are so many people came and went, but only 16 people hit the like button. So hit the like and the hype button, and stay in touch. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'll try to do my best to serve you as much as I can. All right, thank you very much, and see you some other day in some other live. I think this will be the code. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, thank you. 4 people hit the like button just now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There will be a like, and then nowadays there is a hype button, okay, on YouTube. So whenever you see a hype button, please hit the hype button, because that is a signal to YouTube that this video is good, and then they kind of send it ahead. I mean, promote it ahead. Okay. Thank you very much, all of you who were here till the end. I'll see you in another video soon. Take care. Good night. All the best. Bye.